Hello everyone, today I will be sharing some progress of how I made a character from paper to plastic. As the lockdown continues, many of us have been thrown into a strange new world. I am lucky to have doll art as a hobby, but others have struggled to adjust to this new way of living. As such, this video is mainly dedicated to my cousin who has always supported my artwork. I will be turning her original character, Jess, into a Monster High doll. I had decided to make this doll, Jess, based on the drawing by my cousin, quite some time ago. However, like a fool, I haven't got any progress pictures of her so far. I will be using Operetta's base and have taken the tattoo off. And I've already started to dress my version. Currently the top, shorts, the gloves are not finished, shorts are not finished, and I need to get some tails to come through the back. So I need to rework the shorts a little bit. I'm using a Draculaura head because it's rounder and suits this character better, I believe. I've started to build the ears and face pointies with the wire and will be covering them with air dry clay later. I will then be colour matching the bottom half of the face with Operetta's skin tone and the top half brown like in the pictures. The outfit is based predominantly on the second version of this character design, yellows and oranges and greens, and a few design elements from the first one, with the necktie in particular. I've not fully decided yet whether I'll go with odd shoes or even shoes. However, I'm looking more to the style of the boots. I want to pull the brown back down into the shoes as well. I've come up with a way to do the top where it looks like it's open all the way down the front, but is held on by some ribbon. Brown shorts just need some fastenings, and the stockings are likely going to be a little bit annoying on this project. Various accessories, starting with the gloves. The smiley faces are in progress. They are however being difficult with me, smudging all over the place. I've stuck with the boot shoe design, with the big platform and the spike coming out of the back, still keeping in the little details. I intend to keep the red shoelaces, and thought about putting the brown and black back into the shoe. The smiley faces will be placed on the outside of the shoes. They are currently being paper mache'd. They were odd Monster High shoes that I've picked up from Car Boots. They were similar enough for me to use, and as they didn't have a pair, I thought they would be perfect for paper macheing up. These are stocking attempt number 2. I like this attempt better as the stripes are more controlled with no bulk. I painted them on, however I painted them onto a fabric that doesn't stretch, like a numpty, so I couldn't turn them right way round, and they don't go on the doll's foot. I'm going to stick with the painting idea and try to find some white stretchy material and see if it works. The paint might still chip away. The first layer of clay on the face is done. I'm using Milliput 2-part air dry clay. You can still see some of the wire poking through, but then that's what a second layer is for. The ear pierced position is placed using a nail of the right thickness to stop the clay from being pushed round. The new sock material is drying, hopefully will stretch better than my last try. Here is tail attempt 1. I'm probably not going to use this one. Progress report on Monster High Jess doll character design based on an original character drawn by my cousin. I've got the full outfit now, as the third attempt stocking worked. Just. The doll's ears and side pointies have been sanded and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Tails have been sculpted and sanded too. I knew I had to do some colour matching with the head in order to match Operetta's body colour, so I left the head off of the body while I did that, as I didn't think I'd get around the neck hole. However, when I put the head back on the body, I found I did get some cracking around where the side points are on the face. Shoes are still a work in process. I've just added more layers of paper mache to try to get the shape that I want. The project is nearing its end. The only thing I've really got left is the shoes. I did have to cut the bottom of the socks so the shoes would fit over. I do have the shoes on the go. Detail is key, so she tells me. I do have the smiley faces, ribbons and painted on details. They're basically just drying, that's all they need to do, and then she'll be done. From the beginning of this project, there have been many versions of this character that my cousin has drawn. I narrowed it down to these two as this is the design I remember her being most fond of, and this is her earlier design for this character. I took from the earlier design one bandana around the neck. She seems to have always kept the brown shorts. I just added a bit more brown to the shoes of this design, and this is really where I started. So we've got the brown shorts, brown necktie, which I changed from being the brown buckle, then kept mostly everything else from this design. I was debating about the odd shoes, but I didn't have any different coloured stretchy fabric that would stretch round the curves of the shoes. There are definitely things that I can improve on in the future and will keep working towards this. For example, the hair. I did struggle to make a part line without glue showing through, so that's something to look out for in the future. The shorts didn't really fit how I'd planned with the tail. I kept tail accessories. I have rings in my concept, but on my final version I also added some blue fabric to one of the tails. I kept the gloves, a glove under a glove, and an armband, but I changed which arm it was on, as you don't want too much going off on one arm. Stockings, first attempt. Fabric stripes sewn together. They were easy to get on and off the doll, but I didn't like the bulk that it gave, and was not happy with them. The second try was painted on fabric. These didn't stretch at all, and when I tried turning them right way round, it just looked awful. So I had to try again. Third time, there was just enough stretch to get them on and off the doll without chipping the paint, and I liked the overall look better. It was also the pattern from Moonlight Jewel Doll's book. The shorts also were an adaptation of the Moonlight Jewel Doll's trouser pattern. I just added the pockets in as well. I had a few issues making the top in particular. I must have taken it apart a few times before I got it right. I like the detail on the front. As my cousin says, it's the little details that make this character. Here's some of the smiley faces that went horribly wrong. These were the ones that went right, and the ones that were cut out for the gloves and shoes. It turns out the humble biro pen works best with PVA glue, without running. I then found out that I had some fabric paint. I found that out long after I'd got these. And that is roughly everything to do with this project, failed attempts as well as the success.
We should live our lives the way we think it ought to be. Sweet girl, so sweet, there's nowhere to hide. Sweet, sweet girl, so sweet, come on, settle our life.
I'm happy with her and all her details that my cousin likes so much. The shoes are probably one of my favourite parts of this project.
My sweetest time for eternity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sweet girl, so sweet. So many things I want. Sweet, sweet girl, so sweet. I wanna be a wonderful girl. Sweet, sweet girl, so sweet. I'm not simple-minded. Sweet, sweet girl, so sweet. And I will be a pearl. I honestly need you just as much as you and me.
And finally, she is done. The last thing to do were the shoes. As my cousin said, it's all about the little details. All the way through the stockings, the shorts, the tail accessories, the gloves, belt, all that detail on the top, the little tattoo, necktie, hair, face, ear fluff, earring, hair bobbles, little details, as she said. Welcome to the world, Jess. Overall, I am happy with this project. I will not be reworking any more of this project as I am calling it done. I am happy enough with it. And that's all for now.